Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about how Jesus heals our spiritual blindness. I love conversion stories. Those incredible moments when people finally see their need for Christ and ultimately believe in Him. One such story is that of Christopher Yuan. Christopher was a gay agnostic drug dealer who found himself in prison. At his sentencing, his mother told the judge to give her son the exact time to change his heart and receive Jesus. Christopher hated God. He didn't want Jesus. But in a moment of complete brokenness, he finally could see Jesus for all his beauty, and Christopher saw his own spiritual blindness. He got saved, and as they say, the rest is history. Jesus shares some scandalous and wonderful truth as we close out the troubling story of the blind beggar in John chapter 9, beginning in verse 35. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and having found him, he said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" He answered, "And who is he, sir, that I may believe in him?" Jesus said to him, "You have seen him, and it is he who is speaking to you." He said, "Lord, I believe." And he worshiped him. Jesus said, "For judgment I came into this world, that those who do not see may see, and those who see may become blind." Some of the Pharisees near him heard these things and said to him, "Are we also blind?" Jesus said to them, "If you were blind, you would have no guilt. But now that you say, 'We see,' your guilt remains." As you may recall, the blind man, after being confronted by the Pharisees for the second time, gets kicked out of the synagogue. He wasn't going to play their games. He was healed by Jesus. Who cares? But they hate Jesus. They want to be the way to God. Not God in the flesh. So they excommunicate him. And who finds him? Jesus finds the blind man. Jesus is the Good Shepherd who goes after the sheep. He came to seek and save the lost, not set up a gauntlet of religion. So after just a couple of hours of being kicked out on the street, Jesus finds the man. The exchange is simple. Jesus asks, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" This was to say, do you believe in the Messiah? The man wants to, but is not sure who that is. Jesus says, "Friend, it's me." The man responds, "I do believe." And the result? He worships Jesus. This is the right response to our spiritual healing. We see Jesus as Savior and Lord. The only response is worship. And then the story ends tragically for the Pharisees. They think they can see, but they are really blind. They cannot see their need for Jesus. You see, they've closed their eyes. They're closing their eyes harder, but yet they're pretending to see. Jesus Christ is the light of the world. He shines brightly so we might see our need for Him. But as you recall from John chapter 3, the world loves darkness. If you've never trusted in Jesus as your Savior, I encourage you to reconsider your life and your spiritual health. If you're far from God, then you are blind. But Christ, it's Jesus who can make you see. He can make you well. He can bring you the peace that you've always longed for. All you have to do is believe. For those of us who are no longer blind, may we never forget how lost and blind we really were. But because of Christ's great love for us, now we can see.